everybody, I just made the video showing my ephemera storage, and I've got all this stuff to put up, so I thought I would just kind of film for a little while how I sort this stuff, what I keep, what I put where, and just kind of let you see what I do with it. This is one of those boring videos that I think, why in the world would I even make it? And then you're shocked when 1,000 people watch it. So if you're not interested in just watching me sort stuff and how I decide where it goes, skip this one. All right, so let's see what we... Oh, and at some point the camera's just going to cut off because I'm really not going to pay much attention to it. So if it does and you don't get the end of a word, well, it wasn't real important. Okay, so this was an envelope I got a swap in. And I love the paper inside and out on this envelope. So I'm just going to put it in my recycle reuse. And you can see I've already taken the stamp off of it. Okay, and then this was out of a book, and I think they were Happy Mail. So images. But I do want to trim them down a little bit, just because when I use them, it'll just make it a little easier. Okay, now I told you I have one for words and phrases. So I'll toss this little bit, but either side of this has suggestions and aliveness, the song era. I don't know that I would ever need or use this, but this is the kind of thing that I save in my words and phrases because you just never know. You know, I'm gonna make something and think, man, that would be perfect. So, I'll do the same thing. I should have waited till I did this one too. I'll do the same thing with this one. I'll cut out the image. And then isolate the words. And in case you're wondering what I was doing, I was trying to make sure that I got all the words for both sides and put them up. Okay. And then these images now just go in here. These are some dies I got in a trade, but I didn't use. So, just going to put them in here because I'll use them eventually, but I do take them out of the baggie because, as you know, the baggie goes in its own little spot. And doing it all this way, when oh, here's a doily. I do keep doilies in with my dies because pretty much isn't that what they really are? They're just dies. Or die cuts, I guess is what I mean. I always call everything dies. I call the dies dies. I call the cuts dies. Alright, and more baggies. And more baggies. And that's a plastic tag and tags. I'm trying to see if there are any more empty baggies. Okay, let me just go and put these in here. My baggie box is always bursting at the seams, but they're just baggies. They will totally squish. So I just keep squishing. At some point I may actually have to go to 2 bags, but we'll see. Alright, so those are tags. And one of them is going to be too long. And I don't really know what I'm going to do with it because it's clear. Can you see it when the light reflects off of it? But it's going to be too long to go in here. And being clear, I am on all probability going to lose it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Here's some little tags. So I'm going to take them out of their baggie and put them in here too. And alright, these are little punches. but they kind of all go together because they're like corners and stuff. So I probably, they don't go in this one, I'm going to actually leave them in their baggie. They go in die cuts, but because I don't want to have to search for them every time, I probably will just leave them in their baggie. Alright, this was a pen from Japan, came in that. I'll put it in the recycle reuse, because I will use that for something. I'll come up with something. Here's an envelope. I'll put it in there too, in the recycle reuse, because I'll use it for something. Baggies. Alright. And put my tags up. Okay, this doesn't actually go in this, but this is an empty tape roll, and I keep my found objects box close at hand when I clean off things, because it goes in there. Because, yeah, I'll stamp with it. I'll stamp with just about anything. Alright, I've got some big pieces of scrap cardboard, and I don't want to toss them, but they're too big to go in one of my things, so I'm just going to have to hang on to them. I keep this little box on my desk, and this kind of stuff that won't fit in these, but I don't know what else to do with it, goes in here. So my desk is never completely clean, but this one's done, and so I can put it up in its little spot on the desk, and everything, you know, that goes back in it goes back in it. Alright, this had a thumb drive in it, but again, it's a cool little box, so I will just collapse it, and it will fit in my pockets and envelopes, because even though it's a box, that's kind of what I would use it for. Alright, I got some candy for